In the high-stakes world of military aviation, where every radar blip and every radio transmission can mean the difference between victory and defeat, there are moments that defy conventional understanding. Moments when the impossible becomes reality, leaving adversaries bewildered and strategically crippled. This is the story of one such extraordinary day. A day when Israeli aircraft executed a maneuver so audacious, so unprecedented, that enemy radar operators, despite seeing the evidence with their own eyes, simply refused to believe it. It's a tale not just of technological superiority, but of psychological warfare, brilliant deception, and the sheer audacity of pilots who pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible in aerial combat. This wasn't just a flight. It was a calculated act of defiance, a demonstration of an invisible capability that left the enemy's sophisticated air defense systems paralyzed by disbelief. How could an entire formation of aircraft penetrate deep into hostile territory, fly directly over critical installations, and return unscathed, all while being tracked by radar, yet remain unbelievable to those tasked with detecting them? The answer lies in a masterful blend of intelligence, electronic warfare, and a profound understanding of human perception under pressure, turning the enemy's own technology and psychology against them. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel right now for more incredible war secrets and the legendary military feats that defy logic and history. To fully grasp the magnitude of this event, we must first set the stage in the volatile geopolitical landscape of the Middle East, where Israel, a nation constantly facing existential threats, has consistently prioritized air superiority as a cornerstone of its defense doctrine. From its earliest days, the Israeli Air Force, IAF, understood that controlling the skies was not merely a tactical advantage, but a matter of national survival. This imperative led to a culture of relentless innovation, aggressive training, and a willingness to challenge conventional military wisdom. Surrounded by numerically superior adversaries, Israel learned to compensate through qualitative edges, superior pilot training, cutting-edge technology, and, crucially, a strategic mindset that embraced deception and surprise as powerful force multipliers. The enemy, in this context, possessed a formidable air defense network, equipped with Soviet-supplied radar systems and surface-to-air missiles, SAMs, designed to detect and intercept any aerial intrusion. This network was considered state-of-the-art for its time, creating a seemingly impenetrable barrier around vital strategic assets. The specific operation that led to the day Israel flew over the enemy and no one on radar believed it was born out of a critical intelligence need. Israel required precise, up-to-the-minute reconnaissance of a highly sensitive enemy site, deep within hostile territory. Direct overflights were deemed too risky, as they would almost certainly trigger a full-scale interception by enemy fighters and SAMs. However, the intelligence was vital, demanding a solution that combined stealth, speed, and an element of psychological manipulation. The IAF planners, known for their unconventional thinking, began to devise a plan that would not only achieve the reconnaissance objective, but also sow confusion and doubt within the enemy's air defense command, exploiting known weaknesses in their operational protocols and human decision-making processes. The key to this audacious plan lay in a combination of factors: precise timing, an unexpected flight profile, and advanced electronic warfare (EW) capabilities. The Israeli aircraft, likely a small formation of highly capable reconnaissance or fighter bomber jets, would approach the target area at an extremely low altitude, utilizing terrain-following radar and flying below the enemy's primary radar coverage whenever possible. This nap-of-the-earth flying was inherently dangerous, but offered a degree of stealth. However, simply flying low wasn't enough to guarantee success against a vigilant enemy. The real genius of the plan was in what happened next. a maneuver designed to exploit the very sophistication of the enemy's radar systems and the human operators behind them. As the Israeli formation approached the critical detection zone, they would execute a sudden, rapid ascent to a higher altitude, directly over the enemy's radar horizon. This was a calculated risk. At this higher altitude, they would be clearly visible on enemy radar screens. However, the timing and nature of this ascent were crucial. It was designed to be so abrupt and so contrary to expected enemy flight patterns that it would register as an anomaly, a ghost target, or a system malfunction rather than a genuine threat. Simultaneously, Israeli EW systems would come into play, not to jam the enemy radar completely, but to subtly manipulate the signals, creating confusing echoes or intermittent blips that further contributed to the illusion of a system error. The goal was not to be invisible, but to be unbelievable. The psychological aspect of this operation cannot be overstated. Enemy radar operators were trained to identify specific patterns, to filter out noise, and to trust their equipment. When the Israeli aircraft suddenly appeared on their screens, not as a gradual approach, but as an instantaneous pop-up at an unexpected altitude and speed, it triggered a cognitive dissonance. Their training and expectations told them that such a sudden appearance, especially without prior low-altitude detection, was highly improbable, bordering on impossible. This led to hesitation, doubt, and the natural human tendency to attribute the anomaly to a technical glitch rather than an actual enemy penetration. It must be a malfunction. The system is acting up. Check the calibration. These were the likely internal dialogues, delaying any immediate decisive response. While the enemy radar operators were debating the veracity of their screens, the Israeli aircraft were already executing their mission. Flying directly over the target site, they collected the vital intelligence, snapping high-resolution photographs and gathering electronic intelligence data. The element of surprise, combined with the enemy's self-induced paralysis, gave them precious minutes to complete their task unmolested. The enemy's air defense chain of command, receiving conflicting reports of ghosts on radar or system errors, struggled to authorize an interception. By the time the realization dawned that these were indeed real enemy aircraft, the Israeli formation was already turning back, having achieved its objectives and beginning its egress. The return flight was equally critical. The Israeli pilots, having completed their mission, would again utilize a combination of low-altitude flying and strategic EW to disengage. The enemy, now alerted but still reeling from the confusion, would scramble fighters and activate SAM batteries, but often too late or in the wrong direction. The invisible air wall had worked not by making the aircraft truly invisible, but by making their presence so improbable that it was dismissed, allowing them to operate with impunity in what should have been heavily defended airspace. The psychological victory was as significant as the intelligence gathered, demonstrating a profound vulnerability in the enemy's air defense doctrine and human operational procedures. This audacious mission had far-reaching implications. For Israel, it confirmed the effectiveness of its unconventional tactics and its investment in electronic warfare and pilot training. It provided invaluable intelligence and boosted the morale of the IAF. For the enemy, it was a humiliating blow, exposing critical flaws in their air defense network and, more importantly, in their command and control structure and the training of their personnel. The incident likely led to extensive investigations, purges, and a complete overhaul of their air defense protocols, but the damage to their confidence and operational readiness was already done. The belief that their skies were impenetrable had been shattered by a few daring pilots and a brilliant plan. The day Israel flew over the enemy and no one on radar believed it became a legendary example of how asymmetric warfare can be waged effectively. It showcased that technological parity is not always necessary for victory if one can exploit the human and procedural weaknesses of an adversary. It underscored the importance of not just having advanced equipment, but of having the intelligence to understand the enemy's systems, the creativity to devise unconventional solutions, and the courage to execute them. This event solidified Israel's reputation for innovation and audacity in military operations, a reputation that continues to this day. In the decades since, the principles demonstrated on that day have continued to evolve. Modern stealth aircraft, advanced electronic countermeasures, and sophisticated cyber warfare techniques are all extensions of the same core idea: to make one's presence either truly invisible or so confusing and unbelievable that the enemy cannot react effectively. The story serves as a timeless reminder that the human element, the pilot's skill, the planner's ingenuity, and the operator's perception remains paramount in the complex dance of aerial combat, even in an age of increasingly automated systems. It's a testament to the fact that sometimes the greatest weapon is not a missile or a bomb, but the ability to manipulate the enemy's mind. If this incredible story of the day Israel flew over the enemy and no one on radar believed it has captivated you as much as it has captivated us, please make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. What aspect of this audacious mission do you find most astonishing? Do you believe psychological warfare and deception are as crucial as technological superiority in modern conflict? Have you heard of other historical instances where disbelief played a key role in military outcomes? We'd love to hear your perspective on this remarkable tale of strategic genius, aerial daring, and the power of the unbelievable. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more secrets of war and incredible stories of the battles and technologies that shape military history through innovation, resilience, and the refusal to be outsmarted. Ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode, because we're committed to bringing you the most compelling stories that demonstrate how superior design and quality craftsmanship, combined with unparalleled human ingenuity, can create legends that endure for generations and prove that true excellence never goes out of style.